Continuando. Hola.
Kid's taking every precaution before setting off in search of you-know-who.
Hora de buscar lo que ya sabes.
Think the gods are gonna help.
Usa la pérdida de los enemigos se recuperan de cualquier lesión. Los enemigos nunca sacarán tónicos de salud. Crecen más rápido para moverse y atacar. Ya había hecho esto, ¿no?
Celandia's armada was a glorious sight, and our ship's mortars were unstoppable. At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection.
No se salvó.
Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Galleon skippers needed to be patient, needed to fire at just the right times. Sounds like the kid's mortar's in tip-top shape. If you got a thing for heavy artillery, then I've got the place for you.
Cinco disparos.
A variety of modifications could be used to enhance the power of a mortar.
Reiniciar.
You could almost see the fireworks over Boundless Bay. Good thing we got to that mortar before the beasts of the wild learned how to use it. The skippers delivered us from the motherland. The service for all the men and women who serve Celandia. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those.
Ok, desató el gran desastre por
One
el Bastion.
last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Hopes of the calamity failed. And he's right. The Hurras stand as living proof of that. The heart of the calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We saw solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kids go right now. Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. brilliant young scientist named Ven.
Ven.
Ven worked for the Lancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnel shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
Eso no puede ser.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own.
¿Quién? ¿Ven? El borrón.
He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces.
Oh.
Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
Y así el amanecer.
The Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. Told this part 1,000 times. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing.
Sia. Ven, padre de Sia.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move. But we knew ours already.
25 de daño, probabilidad de golpe crítico. Probabilidad de daño críticos. Enfrentarse al escudo de toro, recuperar salud con el escudo de toro, sobrevive un ataque capaz de provocar derrota, recuperar salud igual al 5% de daño, probabilidad de daño crítico.
Taught him a little something from my days on the front. Now the weight of the world behind us every swing.
Me faltan dos.
A pike and a galleon mortar. Now that's some terror from the high seas. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Bandera de soltero.
personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. They never saw him coming. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time. They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion.
Humores.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. Kids picking the whole place apart, piece by piece. By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Kid returns their greeting tenfold. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets.
Rayos.
Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside. Keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. What's this? Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it.
No.
The Ura ain't pulling their punches.
Then a super spike guy.
Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over. Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew. Reason to be angry. Beyond angry. But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
¿Cómo se murió?
There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you.
See ya.
But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people. You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true. Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you. They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember? Long reach and plenty of power. Now that's a scary combination. That thing wasn't always meant to be a weapon, but there's no denying it now.
Falta uno.
First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides. Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over. The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Manser Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about.
Usualmente se puede cuando está por full
Only the
upgrade.
trouble was something about the place drove the windbags crazy. Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction.
No. Ya perdí.
Best stand well clear of that impact. Whatever gets in her way is in the world of her, but she ain't the fastest thing.
Perdí dos. Tres.
Kid's got that contraption all figured out. The Mansers conducted their most secretive research far east of the city. You can cause a lot
Cuando
of
se
collateral
coordinan.
damage with her being careful.
Cuando no hay oportunidad.
The more crowded it gets, the more trouble you can cause with a single shot. She's designed to be fine-tuned, just need the proper parts.
Tres.
Well,
Dos.
that experiment was a
1,
rousing success.
0. Pero no tengo experiencia.
If only the Mansers could have seen the kid playing around with her favorite toy. Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
Sí.
Rothus, Oleg. Sure, I blaspheme against the gods, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Necesito este aquí. Y también no tengo los tónicos, así que tengo que volver a hacer grindeo de todos los niveles.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
Marcadores. Un ataque con puntos. Y voy en este general. Nada.
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity, that a survivor? No, man. It's a gas fella, forged out from underground. Kid pops him good. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rhonda's place just brings back memories. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery, gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. Windbags are playing for keeps. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop. He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest men in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Right back at ya. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner. Kid don't go down that easy. He finds the distillery right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job. He gets a good look at things on his way down.
Creo que llegué a 5000.
He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
No, llegué a 400.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty to the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. The arsenal's where they keep to pick the best tools for the job. Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. Kid better watch his step. Old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. Takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Kid don't go down that easy. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery.
No es suficiente. Necesito como 4000.
He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling you better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. It just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy. At last, the skyway is in sight. He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Ya son las 6.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tool. He's a mighty fast learner. The arsenal is where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Oh, sí, que no.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. Ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. Takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Puts him out of his misery. Finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy. Skyway's in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go.
Bastion. Vamos a ver si puedo hacer.
Been meaning to put up some guardrails. Kid takes another drag. Goes out like a light. There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money.
Era un poco de dinero.
Wait, where was I? Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Zealandia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the earth, you name it.
Pues llegué al 14. Eso no da mucha esperanza.
Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Scumbag.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found neither. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years.
Maldición.
In the history of Zealandia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. The ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Maldición, no puedo huir. Los estúpidos huecos.
Well, he finally arrived at Ceylandia's vaulted safe haven. He and no one else. But then, all he got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
Dos.
Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made him real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, for what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
No se pudo. No sé si me lo va a contar. No creo que lo contó.
The Mancers, they knew everything, even if it cost them.
Derrotó al enemigo con un contraataque con al menos un 20% de salud. Sigo siendo nivel 6.
A pinch of fairy dust, and it's all set.
3000.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. No white gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. Blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating with the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole. He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to kid ain't about to pass out in the middle of the workman ward. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be taken. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley. And there he is, the oldest scumbag of them all, The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out is right where he started. Inside the forge, Kid can fine-tune those instruments of his. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back.
¿Es todo? Y es todo.
Kid's been down the path enough times that it's feeling real familiar. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. The single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. Fragments of the old world rain in the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. The kid thinks twice about risking his hide. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along.
Level up.
Finds a spyglass. like the ones they'd use to search the stars. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is... who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Even gas fellas need to shut out from time to time. They get real cranky. In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Oh, cierto, destilador. Probabilidad de golpe crítico.
A graver gimlet tastes different the longer you swish it around. Miraculous stuff. They tied it up at the melting pot when they heard the kid was coming back. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart. He cuts down every stab weed like there's gonna be a prize for it. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous, quite a bit. As it turns out, the cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Where they pop that mean old foreman.
9, ya no salieron más.
At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell.
35.
Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
Se perdió en el 48.
A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. Now here's what really happened in the Hanging Gardens. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckman and his kindly wife. It was someone like him. Something so familiar about that man. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. Questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like in the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it. The Jawsons. They didn't make it.
Perdí el combo.
Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it. But him, he survived. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The Corps survives as well. The kid does what he has to do. And then, what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this: we have to go. Please.
Estoy contra el reloj.
The fort's still standing there, waiting for the kid, mocking him. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. Ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid. Wham! Kid's ready for the windbags this time. Windbags, young and old, keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. Drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Business underground like in the old days. Windbags can't use the marshal's supplies, but the kid sure can. He stashes the marshal's prize. Goes back to something more his style. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting, though. So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort.
Perdí el combo.
Times like this, kids glad he packed trip mines. Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. Afraid of getting burned. They trapped the kid in the middle of the forced parade grounds. And then they bring out Glutus and Planton. Scumbag uncles. They got something to gain. They're sorry hides to lose. Kid takes down Lucas. Maybe it was Blandon. The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. The windbags finally get the message. Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this. The skyways a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
Bueno, últimos 20 minutos. No creo conseguir aquí el millón, pero bueno. Tengo que hacer estos también.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be alright. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all.
No el momento para morir.
No telling where the kid is now. But he'll be alright. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come home.
Maldición. ¿Por qué tienes que dar las vueltas tan grandes?
The calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, all of us are waiting for a kid.
Para que se activara la intangibilidad del
There's not
enemigo.
much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories and pass the time, right? But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zolf will no longer matter. This disease the Earth planet here will go away. Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. No telling where the kid is now.
6:46.
But he'll be alright. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Zolf's waiting. We're waiting. All of us are waiting for a kid.
Sí, lo vi. Ah.
Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? But see it. There's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zolf will no longer matter. This disease the Earth planet here will go away. Zealandia will be whole again.
Maldición.
No telling where the kid is now.
6 días ya. Esto va a ser el último intento.
But he'll be alright. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. All his old friends and family were there. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
No. Fue el último intento. Ah, no. Ya es todo.